No one man should have all that power. Kanye's dropping out of the race.
What? Why?
These last few years have already been so much fun, and it was only gonna get funner with him. We're gonna watch the trailer for Project Power, another superhero project from Netflix. The writer of The Batman, and the directors of one of the good Paranormal Activity movies. Let's check this out. Before we do that, I am obliged to tell you, by no one, I just want to tell you, download and follow us on that damn Stardust app, posting all the freaking time. So much so you'll get sick of it, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah, because it's free.
And it's 30-second reviews for films, TV shows, and trailers. Catching up on so much shit during quarantine.
Yeah, download, follow us first. Tag us, share an opinion.
And then John might read it.
I might. I do.
Power, speak a little louder.
If that was a pill,
I'll be better money. I'm coming to devour.
they could give you 5 minutes.
Spend it so they get it. I'm embedded with the power.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Would you take it?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes, I'd take it. Why would I not take it?
Best trip of your life.
For what I'm about, but I'll do anything to find that source. Listen to my voice. Am I lying?
Whoa.
Welcome to Project Power. Our goal is simple: the next evolution of the human species.
Here, take one of those before. You make you strong, make you invisible. You never know what your power is until you try it.
Sweet.
Push that power, don't you?
Yeah. On the streets, they talk about superpowers.
Casey Neistat, too?
One you could kill. What's the plan?
Cool.
Took something from me. Gotta get it back.
Something? Or someone?
Whoa.
This thing's tearing our city apart.
Detective John Blake.
Have my daughter.
We can work together on this.
Still got the pills on you?
It's about to get real noisy.
Oh, cool.
That was one of the best looking of
So
that kind of effect.
Yeah.
We stabilize it, and we weaponize it.
Of course.
always goes to the people that already have it.
Yeah.
Therapy product on my city.
We're gonna see what happens.
Got that upgrade.
No, Batman and Robin, that's a movie. This is real life.
We doing this.
Whoa.
We're gonna hit this.
Yes, you are.
I hope there's an extended sex scene between the two of them.
Yeah, man. Netflix is struggling to produce content during COVID-19, man. They're really having a rough time.
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
They did not have enough in their catalog to get them through these months.
I was just literally thinking to myself, man, they're probably sitting real pretty right now after everyone made such a big deal about not being, hemorrhaging money, basically.
Yeah.
And now they're like winning every weekend because they're the only people releasing.
I love this trailer. I really do. I think it's pretty badass. And I've been watching so much superhero content. I just finished all of Umbrella Academy, Startup, Doom Patrol. I'm all in this zone right now. High octane, violent, R-rated, edgy superhero absorption at the moment. I think if you go on Stardust, I believe you finally started The Boys.
What? Oh, that's
Yes.
true. I started The Boys,
Yeah.
and I am very much enjoying myself.
Finally. So my point with that is like what television is doing, and this is not a TV show, which is kind of a bummer because it looks like it would be a pretty sick TV
It looks
show.
like it'd
yeah.
make an awesome season, yeah.
But it also looks like it could have been a great limited release superhero film in the theaters, which is, a bummer to experience. But as it stands, I think in terms of the visual effects department, it looks pretty badass. I'm excited for Jamie Foxx to be doing this type of character again. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt, there were 2 times I thought of other Joseph Gordon-Levitt movies in here. It was when they said Batman and Robin, because you're like, come on, man, it's on Blake or Russ. And then the other time was when they're in the van and their hands are up here, and I was like, Inception.
Yeah. Right.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt references. He looks great. The whole cast looks pretty awesome. Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, man. He's proving.
Fucking Beard's weird, man.
Beard's weird. He's gonna prove what a badass he is by being in this Hollywood motion picture.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Maybe he can beef with Eminem on screen.
This does have a bit of all the shows that I referenced from The Boys, Umbrella Academy, and Doom Patrol. It seemed to have a bit of a hodgepodge of all of it.
I was thinking this could be happening down the street from The Boys or Bright or like half the, yeah.
Because I love the concept though, the pill that they're doing. It's like, is this gonna be like a limitless thing where you unlock your mind or whatever?
100%.
They said like 5 minutes is how long you could have the power for. I love that ticking time clock to every single time someone will have a power activated. I don't know what the world will lend itself to if, they're able to adapt the power permanently, or there's some prolonged effect, or it lasts longer than 5 minutes. Instantly be this high octane pulse pounding effect when someone has a superpower activated, because there's a time limit on just the 5 minutes.
Oh, and there's so much you can do with the idea that, everybody reacts differently to it. So, there's even potential for comedy in there. And part of me wonders, too, just in the lore of the world, is it the kind of thing where every time you take it, it's the same? Or will they introduce some sort of different formula partway through that allows you to shift or change? I feel like especially now, anytime where you have, like, powers that can be manipulated by science, someone is going to come up with a plot to combine all the powers into one mega power, and then I'm gonna have the power. But
like the villainous element seems cliche.
But
I don't think you're gonna tune in for that.
Yeah, exactly. Like it looks really like, at least as a trailer goes, it looks really crisp and really tight. I mean, I feel like some of the stuff we saw probably carries through too late into the movie.
Of course.
And so it looks like it has insane production values, great action, good performances by people who know what level the movie's on. And this was like a slam dunk in terms of just getting me excited for an experience.
Well, these guys did the movie Nerve. I get a little bit of that directing style infused in here. The Batman will be a completely different kind of superhero movie. That being said, I mean, the guy wrote the Batman and he wrote this, and if people are going to watch this, obviously, way earlier than the Batman. This comes out next month. And I think if this goes well, I'll get people even more excited for the Batman.
Oh, yeah. Just see what level of excess, subtext might be able to be brought in.
I gotta say, it's got some of the weirdest casts I've ever seen, though. It's like Jamie Foxx and JGL, like that doesn't seem odd at all. Rodrigo Santoro, not strange, cool. But then you got MGK, you got Casey Neistat in here, and I was like, all right, sure.
Those directors, they're in touch with the youth, okay? They made all those found footage movies, and so they gotta, bring some people in for the kids, keep it hip.
I'm not that familiar with Dominique Fishback, but I know she's a rising star, so this cast, wow.
And it's fun because I haven't seen Joseph Gordon-Levitt in a hot minute. Like, I feel like he's kind of let himself fall off the radar, or at least the main public eye radar, for a little while, and it's cool to see him come back with something like this and be refreshed by like, oh yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen you. And he also does look a little bit older, a little bit edgier. So, it could be kind of an evolution for him too in terms of breaking out of that boyish mold.
Well, I'm excited that Jamie Foxx is doing this because he stepped into the superhero scene with The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah.
And everyone's been wanting him to do another superhero movie since.
It's actually, he is that same character, and he's just pissed because now he doesn't have his powers anymore, and he wants him back so that he can kill Spider-Man.
I mean, he looks super badass in here. His character reminds me of like the Sleepless role. I think this movie, Sleepless, Baby Driver, and a little bit at the beginning of his Horrible Bosses character. I think it was just the clothes he was wearing.
I was just thinking about that whole scene where he explains his name, but I'm not going to talk about it in this video.
All right, guys, well, what did you think of this trailer? Leave your thoughts down below. Are you excited for it? Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell. This might be one of those Netflix movies we actually do a review of. Check us out on the Stardust app. Last but not least, let's do up. Chris Wamoff. If there's anyone at our Patreon page who is like a superhero, who really goes out of his way to be as much of a savior for the people, to really go into the communities and help out strangers, people who are in need. And I'm not bullshitting you here. He really is the guy.
We're not talking about us.
Yeah, he gets physically involved. He'll do a wide variety of things and many activist ways. I feel like I'd feel like less than if I'm around the guy, yet I'd feel like he's not judging me.
You know? And that's the best kind of person.
Yeah.
They inspire you.
I guess this is what being inspired feels like when you're around someone.
Yeah, man.
I could be more, but I don't feel judged by you. Chris Wamoff provides that feeling. So Chris, thank you for being you, and I wanted to give you a personal direct shout out like this, because you always want us to shout out some type of other individual or organization. I have to thank you for all the hard work you're doing, and you still persist and you never have an excuse to stop, and that's what's so beautiful about you, dude. We'll talk soon.